Hey everyone, welcome to technically I guess 5. I'm gonna assume that the titles of my videos are correct and that I've already done the math beforehand.
5.
Welcome to part 5 of Jira Duty, answering your Atlassian community questions. The live Jira Q&A, and so we're gonna be basically looking at questions from the Atlassian community. We also do take questions from the chat, so if you have any questions, you got a room full of experts, 3 experts and then me. And so
he is very generous.
Right. We all know that you guys are the ones that carry all the weight here. So before we get started, though, again, special shout out to my good friends over at Resolution for making this entire series possible, because without them, we wouldn't be doing 14 Jira duties. Yet here we are doing 14 of them because Resolution is so awesome. Check out their merch, and most importantly, check out the link down in the description, because Resolution does have a lot of apps available in the Atlassian Marketplace. So there's too many to list, and there's way too many shirts. I think we can actually go through all 14 live streams and not repeat the same shirt, because they just have that many shirts available. So anyways, check them out. Again, special shout out to Resolution. All right.
So before we begin, I don't know when this happened, because I'm been behind a rock or anything like that. When did you cross the 20,000 barrier?
Yesterday morning, like at crack of dawn for me. I woke up to 20.
Okay.
He still had 19 when I checked. When I woke up.
Well, I woke up. So I'll share this with you. So I woke up to 20, but I woke up to 20 with oops, wrong buttons. Call it luck. I have always gotten really lucky on these live streams. But let's not do the infinite thing. So I was able to take a screenshot of it when I woke up in the morning and I checked right at 20. So I hit it right there, right in the head. So I took the screenshot at 6:29 a.m.
Yeah, that's about right, because I checked it at about 5:30 your time.
It was under. So yeah, that's where it's at. Right now we're quickly approaching 2,100. Sorry, just kidding.
So Bob, we asked Sarah last night. I think it's fair we put you in the hot seat. What is your favorite Resolution app?
So the Scrum Master in me is really, really a big fan of NASA. Not another stand-up app.
I do need to make a new one, though. I never considered we're gonna have 4 people in here, so let me put myself at the bottom.
Oh, I was going to put myself at the bottom.
I'll just stand like this the whole time.
Get it transparent right next time, so you can be right in it.
I never assumed I was gonna have 4 folks on here, so.
I mean, I could go away.
I mean, I'm going to be dropping out.
The more the merrier.
Dinner's ready in about 20 minutes for me.
This is so much fun. I think yesterday we had a blast with Sarah. I think the 4 of us is dynamic is going to be even better. So the last time, when's the last time all 4 of us have been in the room together? Was it?
I think it was
a live stream.
No,
I think it was the pre-show for a live stream.
It had to be during the when we had that outage. No, the last time Jira went down.
But the live stream happened after that. 10-hour live stream.
But Sarah was part of the 10-hour live stream? Oh, yeah, she was.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
Sarah, I apologize.
Okay, Sarah jumped in at the tail end of it. I was so tired by then.
It was the 10th, the 9th, the 9th hour, right? It wasn't the 11th hour.
Don't even ask me who the 10th person was then.
Well, I mean, I was last. So I guess I was 10.
Okay,
yeah.
So you were the last. All right. See, this is why I can't remember.
I
See, you were in the way of me and food.
Exactly.
And
we all know that's a mistake.
Yeah, you don't want to come between Alex and food.
Yeah, definitely not. And
okay, Alex, do you have your water today?
I do. It's not fully loaded, but I got more. Where are these cameras at?
I knew I forgot something.
Well, luckily you don't have to do all the talking like I do. All right, folks. Enough of the chit chat. Let's jump into it. If you're new here, this is part 5. So check out the playlist. I don't have a playlist for Jira Duty. Check out the soon to come playlist for Jira Duty, and we're going to be putting all the Jira duties. As I mentioned, there's going to be 14 of them, and we're just here, group full of friends here, just having fun, answering questions, trying to make not fools out of ourselves, and also try not to highlight the fact that we deep down the imposter syndrome is real. deep down. So
Oh, it's not deep. It is
surface.
barely below the surface for some of us.
I wear my imposter syndrome on my sleeve.
Mhm.
I am my imposter syndrome.
All right. Starting off the night strong with JSM questions. I'm just having deja vu and nightmares from yesterday. I don't know what it is. I didn't know that there was this many. You know what this is? It's Atlassian's marketing at work.
Oh yeah.
Because all they promote is ITSM nowadays, and like it's working. So people are using JSM, and now they got questions. Which now begs the question: do we need more JSM trainings on the channel? And do we need to talk more about JSM?
Ooh, I got you, friend.
It could be.
I like JSM, but I don't know. I feel like I can't remember the last time I did a JSM video, but if it's not a Jira video, it usually doesn't resonate very well. Between Confluence and JSM, like people just don't care.
Well, they're wrong.
Well, I mean, we know Online Andy cares.
Well, he cares about Confluence, but he's probably the only person watching my Confluence videos. Anyways, JSM and Jira project reporting system that allows us to understand the overall impact of enhancement. All right, so Daniel says, I'm seeking assistance with managing our enhancements across our finance division. Currently, we have a central project that encompasses all of our enhancement requests. This is a JSM project. Once an enhancement is approved, the corresponding ticket is duplicated and transferred to a specific Jira project based on the nature of the enhancement. For instance, the enhancement related to taxation issues are moved into the tax project as an epic, which we then associate tasks and stories. Our goal is to establish a reporting system that allows us to understand the overall impact of each enhancement. Specifically, we want to track the number of epics generated per enhancement, as well as the subsequent stories and tasks created within those epics. Could you advise if there's any way to report on these upstream and downstream flows accurately and efficiently? Ooh, so many questions, so many thoughts.
All right. So, I mean, my first question is they've got these enhancements in JSM, but once it's been kind of approved, they move that.
They move. It doesn't look like they move, but they create the epic.
If it were me, I wouldn't move it.
I would link it. I would
just use your links.
Yeah.
But that's still not the question, though. They don't. It looks like they're okay with that part of the process.
No, but that's a much more efficient way to report on it, though.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's not a JSM thing. To me, it feels much more like either, make it a component, right? So as you're working on that component, you can start to see what's all related to it. I don't think it's a JSM question.
Yeah, definitely not. And the answer I'm going to throw at this is going to be a JQL answer. Because
we could do a JQL answer, but I still think if they had not moved it and just linked back, they could do a simple JQL. It'd show me every issue and child linked to this particular issue in their JSM project.
I'm with Rodney on this one.
All right, so that's definitely different than how I would approach the answer. So maybe we can explore both options. But the only thing that I'm troubled on is this one right here. This doesn't make sense because they don't. It's based on the English here. Once the enhancement is approved, it's duplicated and transferred as a JSM to JSM as an epic. So
yeah, that's where I'm not seeing it follow. It almost seems like if they're tracking epics per enhancement, that they are actually creating links, but
it's just one epic though per enhancement, because this makes it feel like they have multiple epics per enhancement, and that wouldn't be the case. They have one.
Yeah.
What they are going to have is a lot of stories and children. So that part I feel like we can answer more reliably because, well, that part of the JQL is easy. Didn't you not give Bob a shirt? Bob didn't get the memo.
I didn't get the memo. Apparently, neither did Sarah. So I'm not the only one. It's only the I will say, at Team 24, who were the only people that got fancy orange jackets?
Oh yeah. You can tell the favoritism, right? But Bob, even though Rodney and I got the orange jackets, who was wearing said orange jacket?
Okay.
Did you forget? Like you stole my jacket and you were wearing
I stole your jacket for like a whole 20 minutes?
No, you wore that whole day. You took it Monday. Like you didn't give it back to me until like Tuesday.
Anyway, what's your answer, Alex?
Are you gonna go write some JQL?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, you guys. We gotta have a little internal drama. Here's what
The drama was our disagreeing on the overall approach.
While you do that, I'm going to just give some little side things about this. Number one, there's also initiative. So, right, instead of just creating that duplicate, clone it, create it as an initiative. So all the epics can roll up underneath it also. Yep. Really similar to the concept of the links, right? I would also suggest to this person, though, for anybody else out there, start looking at Jira product discovery too. Those things are interesting.
That might,
yeah. We I would also, I'm going to cover a couple of things in here. So I'm working with Atlassian right now. We're actually working on a training between how to get Jira Service Management and Jira software to work better together. And I don't know if either of you have seen this, but it's worth mentioning here. And I got to switch accounts here real quick.
You need permission though first.
Yeah, let me just switch accounts before I start giving out emails to people.
Oh, you don't want to dox me?
No, this is for me. I don't want to talk to myself. All right. I don't mind my email going out, but I don't want to see the other emails. Okay. So there's a when you go to invite a user here right now under JSM, there's a new stakeholder license. I don't know if you guys have seen this, right? But this stakeholder license basically allows your Jira software people to be able to interact with those JSM tickets. So you don't even need to copy it. You can just have it in JSM if you wanted to keep it.
It's kind of one of the underground types of things where you manually set up stakeholders back in the olden days of about 2-3 years ago, where you made somebody a member of the service desk team but didn't grant them an agent license, and they had an existing Jira license. They would be able, and you set up the permissions as well for browse project on the JSM project, and do things like add comments and attachments, that sort of thing. That's what traditionally stakeholders were.
Yep. Well, now we got an explicit one that Atlassian wants to start promoting. So coming next month, in about a month from now, we're going to be dropping a training just on how to use a stakeholder and how to get the tools to talk to each other. But going back to this one, so what I like to do is, this is one of my favorite JQL. So the way I would answer this question, because since this individual is moving a ticket and it's becoming an epic, right? And then they're creating all the stories and they basically want to get a count. I would start off with doing a JQL of it and then putting it on the dashboard. But I would do the issue in and do this hidden with this portfolio child's issue of. And then inside of it, you got to be very explicit here. You got to put all caps and just exactly the way the key is. But if you put the key exactly as it is, it will give you basically a summary of every child and every descendant of that particular epic. So here we can see that we have 3 stories. From here, you might want to do like a count or something on the dashboard side, so you can get like a number or something like that. And if you have JSM, then my absolute favorite out of the box gadget for this would be filter counts, so that you can basically hit it with a custom JQL. So just grab that and it'll give you a nice little 3 on there if you use this filter counts one.
Now, there are other dashboard gadgets you could use from other companies, but they're not sponsoring this stream, so we're not going to mention any from Tempo.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you guys a question that I should know the answer to, and so edit this out later for me.
This is live.
I know, I'm teasing. Portfolio children of. Does that have any dependency on premium and the ability to set hierarchies, or does that always work in free and standard?
I think I think this is independent of that. The only thing that I would say is for the premium is where you can then do the initiative and up. But I'm pretty sure this is big. Actually, you know what? I do have a free version of Jira. Let's just go into it and see if it shows up as a JQL in here. This is why we love this stuff, Sarah. This is how we learn. So this is totally free. I don't have a paid version of Jira here. And, ooh, Sarah might be right.
Well, did you type a P yet, or nothing came up?
No, it should come in here.
I'll type a P just to be sure. Yep. Do
Womp.
not
Okay.
exist.
Keep that in then. No editing out.
No editing out. So
It's all part of my master plan.
So to do anything productive with this particular use case, whether we want to have the user
They're
utilize
on
an
premium.
initiative. Sorry?
They're on premium.
Yeah. So okay, so to do anything productive, they need to be on premium because to do the initiative, as Sarah recommended, you need to be that initiative needs to be about the epic, which means you need to manipulate your hierarchy, which means you need to be on premium. To do the stakeholder option, it's only available for premium also, right? So if you want to go down that route, that's a premium thing. And to do this issue in portfolio thing, you will need to be on premium as well. So womp, womp, womp. The only solution here is going to be a premium-based solution, unless maybe you can do something
Or
else.
unless you go with like Rodney's idea too, right? He was saying link it over into the original one, and
Well,
then you just find all the issues linked.
So Ronnie, I don't actually know how to do yours. So what do I do? Has link?
It's been a moment since I've done this JQL.
The link
right.
issue here. Let's try this. That didn't give me anything.
But are they actually linked?
They're not linked. So let me link it to a JSM ticket then. I need
It's
to go
blocked
grab
by Taco 3.
TF.
Issue in linked issues.
There we go. I'm gonna link. This is TF2 is a JSM ticket. Now linked together. Okay, so it does bring me a linked issue. But maybe I go the other way around. TF that. But the problem would be this will give me the epic, but it's not going to be give me the descendants of that epic.
True story.
So you have
could
to
start training clauses at that point, but
Yeah. But there are also I think Script Runner also has JQL functions that let you that involve specifying children.
They do.
So the bad news is we can't come up with a solution to this for free. They have to be on premium or Script Runner.
But the good news, if we go back to the question, they specified that they were on premium.
Did they?
Yeah,
over on the sidebar.
I'm so sorry. Critical reading skills. Oh, over there on the right. Thank you.
Yeah, but I've been told you can't trust these, so man, you guys all suck.
I mean, you can't trust it, but at this point, it's on them.
If it is true, you are on premium then, right?
It's what they put down, so you know.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
You got to put them at their word.
Assuming you are on premium, here are a few options for you. Number one, utilize the following JQL or JQuil.
Which is it, Sarah? JQL or JQuil?
I always say JQL, but I did want to start the Instagram account of JQuil.
I mean, it's free real estate.
Right?
But it will give you a total number of issues for each descendant. I can't spell descendant. This descendant of that epic. How do we
Right
put
click
this?
and it'll tell you.
There you go. All right. You can then
now tell them how to add up all the story points and all of that for the real impact.
well for that you use the jar.
The jar? The swear jar when you can't figure it out. What's
no.
jar?
You use your advanced roadmaps and you pull them all in, and then you just toggle the
Oh my god!
Alex is trying to make
jar
equal Jira advanced roadmaps.
God, that's why
it's not happening. It's not happening, Alex.
It's gonna happen.
It's not
Sarah's
happening.
not gonna be my promoter for this, right, Sarah?
I am not in the jar, man.
Jar
jar
equals Jira advanced roadmap. It's a thing. Look it up.
They're plans. They are plans.
I'm just covering up Alex's face with that thing.
I'm gonna put a poll on LinkedIn, and that we're gonna drive this one home.
I mean, if you have access to your stream dashboard, you can do a poll.
She liked it.
I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. You've been trying to make it happen for 6 months now. That's just as far as I know about it.
And everybody loves it. It's a jar. I got everybody talking.
And then you're going to sell like mason jar merch, right? With the Jira Life on a jar. And you have your mason jar drinking cups.
Only if it comes with sweet tea. Actual sweet tea. Not stuff to make over where Alex's lives.
But long story short, you can do the jar to roll up your story points like they are here. See, so then you don't have to worry about it.
Good call, good ad.
See, I just made a thing.
Just not jars.
Use the jar. Number 2.
Sorry.
Number 2. If you really do have more epics that you want to link under a single enhancement, then I would recommend creating an initiative issue type and moving that to the level 2 spot of your issue type hierarchy. I can't spell hierarchy either. I can't spell initiative. I can't spell definitely. And I cannot spell descendant. These are just words I don't know how to spell.
It's English. No one knows how to spell them.
The same query from, I can't spell query. From above, but this time get the multiple epics under the same enhancement. And finally, JSM has a new stakeholder license. Actually, it's irrelevant for her question because she didn't care how to get 2 tools to talk to each other. She just wants to see the count. All right. So I'm going to hit answer. Any objections? Going once? Twice?
Good enough.
This does not like code. Where did I put code in?
Invalid HTML.
It's going to be this. It does not like my...
Oh, in the JQL?
Yeah.
Can you format that as code?
I've tried. It does not like special characters at all.
Like my parentheses instead of curly brackets yesterday, and it just threw up and said, no, I'm not doing it.
Is that what you did? Is that what you was causing your problems? I did see your comment. Oh my gosh. This is Atlassian. We got to have a chat about this tool.
Mm-hmm.
Because how do you not? Where do I have code? Do you guys see any code anywhere? JQL, my app.
You recently posted the same thing elsewhere in the community.
So it might have taken it, but didn't post it.
I hit refresh.
I know.
I've been having these problems. We're gonna have to come back. I'm gonna put this on a notepad on the side.
Sean says you're screwed.
Once you get to this stage, you're screwed.
Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
Watch the video.
What you do is you take a screenshot of the text and then you paste that into the
Well, let me revert it then to the original. Can I? Oh crap! The thing does okay. So we're just gonna paste this. Take a screenshot. Well, actually, I gotta put it back at least so it looks like it'll work.
All right, we are off pace of yesterday. It's 24 minutes and 1 question.
We're coming. We're coming.
Am I slowing things up?
No.
Yeah, yes, it's all Bob. Yes, for sure.
Man, when you got to get creative here.
I think it's
There we go.
the jar detour is what really took us off pace.
Because it's going to be a thing.
It is not going to be a thing. If it was a thing, Atlassian would have rebranded that.
It went through. We put a picture that looks like an answer.
You know that's going to drive someone crazy in 6 months.
Paste this. This is this JQL I need.
Dude, that's how you make it all proprietary. You just like put screenshots of all of our answers so people can't copy paste it.
That's low. That's so.
I got NFT answers.
We gotta start signing these. Bob's like, I'm out of here.
Dinner's ready.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Better than this clown show.
I know. Well, he left for the right one, I guess, because you guys aren't gonna have fun there. Right. ¿Cómo definir la fecha de hoy via automatización? So it's basically saying, how do you define today's date via automation? I generated a automation rule in a Jira project in which I want to modify. Oh, let me read it first in Spanish.
Yeah.
Doing the live translation is not
the
that easy.
UN. It's good. You don't have to live translate.
Incident.
El cual modificar la incidencia. Okay, the incident. Una vez que se han creído, pero necesito que uno de los campos con forma de fecha sea siempre la fecha del día que se creó la incidencia. ¿Qué código utilizo para? Okay, so this is interesting. So they're basically saying like they have they're trying to create a automation rule so that there's a date when the incident is created that it's timestamped on a field that the issue was created that day. But can't you just use the create date? Because it has
that's already a thing.
Right. So that's why I'm like, I don't think.
I mean, how do we say this so that it's not mean and also in a different language?
Well, first I'm going to pull up Google Translate because I can read Spanish and I can speak Spanish, but I can't write Spanish. Oh, wait, I don't need to be tilting anymore because Bob left. I'm over here like this just so you guys can see my ugly face. All right. So basically, yeah. So and so let me just make sure I read this correctly, though. You know what? Let's throw this through Google Translate just to see how good my English to Spanish translation is.
I was kind of wondering, you know, Alex has a shoe-in on the Spanish questions because he could say anything and we'd be
you say yes. So look, I generated an automation rule in Jira which modifies the issues once they are created, but I need one of the date shape fields to always be the date of the day the issue was created. So you don't need to, but it's created.
I mean, the creation date is what it is. I don't think you can actually change it.
You can't change it, but he wants to document it. And I feel like, well, it's already documented on the bottom right corner of the ticket.
Yeah.
Do all the issue, do all the project types have that though? Does a team managed issue get that create? I think it does, right?
I can't imagine it wouldn't, but
I mean, that's pretty core Jira functionality.
Let's write this up.
Let's experiment.
So whenever you create an issue in Jira, it automatically populates a created date that is not changeable and can be found in the bottom right corner of the issue. And I'll attach a screenshot. However,
automatically to automatically.
What? Oh, wait, I'm gonna well, it's being translated. Hold up, I need to change my translations. So I need to put this. Where's my English? English to Spanish. Okay. Then I gotta spell check the Spanish because then the Spanish doesn't always translate correctly. However, if you want to, I don't like sin embargo, but I'll put but. Pero yes, I like this more. But if you want to still do the automation. Then you need, and then we need the automation smart values. Date created. So there is one. There should be one for date created. I think it's just created. Curly brace, created, right?
You might not be. Yeah, issue.created.
Yeah, just issue.created, right? Just that's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need this. This hopefully doesn't get translated. I put curly braces. I'm gonna have to do a copy. And you know what? I'm not gonna put curly braces. Okay, so let me now read the translation to make sure it came out okay. So cada vez que crean un problema en Jira, I'm just gonna put issue. Okay, I can't do that, so I'm gonna
work task.
Copy this and put it in the answer, and then edit my answer. Whoa. Okay. Un issue. En Jira automáticamente completa una fecha de la creación que no se puede cambiar y se puede encontrar en la esquina inferior derecha. I don't like that word, but I'll go with it. Del issue. Pero si aún desea realizar la automatización, entonces necesita issue created.
Do you want to put curly brackets around them?
I wanted to, but I don't know if it's gonna complain because you know how I like to complain.
I mean, it's already in a code block.
So let me.
And do you want to add, because if the time was specific for them, do you want to add a format on that?
That's what I was thinking of bringing this one.
Yeah.
The format so they can just.
Well, that's just day, but don't you think they'd want like a date time?
I'm just gonna give them the link to this.
That's a better answer. Or remember to use the curly bracket button in the automations.
Yeah. Okay. This isn't gonna work, so I think we're gonna have to do a dumb copy paste. I don't know why this thing's complaining. We gotta figure out what Atlassian considers to be what Atlassian considers to be code that is being injected in here, because there we go. It doesn't like this other part, so get rid of that. Let me put my link at the bottom. Put this up here and submit. And it went through. Yay. So
Confetti.
now I want to get the issue open and just show them the create dates on the bottom.
You might mention to them too, because I just am extra. Because if they don't know, you can click on that and convert that over. If you only ever look at that field.
But I think
that's common
No,
knowledge.
but I think if you're looking at a recent issue, I don't think it makes you have to click it. But maybe, I'm sure they'll figure it out. It's more English I gotta translate to Spanish, Sarah. All right.
Well, maybe you should do a Loom video.
Yeah. Click on the date to expand and see the full date. I gotta click en la fecha para ampliarla. Okay, that's good enough.
Hang on.
Oh my gosh, I need to practice my
I
Spanish.
got glasses.
Oh boy, how do I click in here? There we go. I got click on la fecha para. Okay, there. Happy. 2 down. And in Spanish. Look at that. We're going multi-international here.
Well, this is a worldwide forum.
It is. It's a global company.
Cloning an instance. We can only do
I think
this
we
one.
should be forced to answer all questions in Australian, though. Not just English, Australian.
Then I gotta start them with good day, mate.
Oh,
All right.
Trudy's
Does
already
anyone?
answered.
Well, let's see if we like her.
Hi,
answer.
Trudy.
Trudy, you should be on here with us. Trudy beat us, man. 32. See, in the time that we spent bickering were the first 2.
32 minutes ago, right?
We started 34 minutes ago. Okay. Does anyone know if it's possible to clone an instance we would like to split from another team? We want to copy all of our data to a new cloud. Yep. So asking for rights a new feature. We'll just upload her thing.
For sure.
And what she said. That came out wrong.
Wait, did you guys see my glasses trick though?
No, what did you do?
Wait, here.
There you go.
What
It's like Harry Potter.
I've got resolution.
Oh,
glasses
you look like
on.
Harry Potter.
Hang on. I'm very bad at this.
Wait, how boring are we to you that you decided to like get yourself in that position?
Well, it's when you started speaking in Spanish, you know.
There.
The question's in Spanish. We have a civic duty to help the entire world.
I'm the one who told Alex he should start doing like Spanish speaking. Well, you took off with it with the Spanish speaking videos, but I said it was awesome to have him here and be representative, and that there's
There we go. I mean,
very inclusive in the community. So
yeah, like if Atlassian's got me on the bench, might as well, right?
for sure.
All right, Trudy's like on a roll. We gotta like figure out when Trudy's on here and like tell her to not answer questions between this time block. All right. It seems to be a commonly asked questions to understand the date time when a status last changed on the ticket. I'm trying to do the same, but while I'm able to see the full history, which includes status changes, I'm not able to accurately track the date last changed in a field. I thought I found my answer with the status category change field, but it's not accurate and can refer to prior status change dates. Has anyone identified a field which accurately tracks the date and time the last status change on the ticket?
And here comes Sean with the best answer.
Upload
Just
Trudy.
upload Trudy already and move on.
No, I don't. I don't want to though. Jira does not natively provide a field for that. There are third-party apps that can help with that, or you can create a custom field. Yes. With regard to the status card, okay. I'm just gonna echo this part out, right? Because this is usually what I do. So I'm just gonna type in. So what I do, assuming you don't want to buy a plugin that does this already, I create custom fields of the type date, and then I create post functions in my workflow. After each transition, I then date timestamp that custom field in my post function so that I know exactly when an issue entered a specific status. That's usually what I do.
So you need to do that for each transition.
Yeah. You need to do this for each transition.
And you have to make sure that on the post function of that transition, you're setting the date time of the correct custom field.
Yeah, and you need a lot of custom fields, one for each status. I would pay the money. Yeah.
And there we have it.
That's really the point Alex wanted to make.
Well, because you got to go through a couple of hoops to get there. All right. See, there's not just like and move on. Is there a time limit? Let's go to the next one. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. Is there a time limit for how long something lives in the archive before automatic deletion? Strategy companies Confluence and recently asked how long. Ronnie, sounds like a question we gotta. I'm not sure. I don't think there's an answer, but I don't think there's a. Archive spaces do not have an expiry date. No. Okay. Only spaces to trash. Yep. So I'm gonna upload this one because there's no expiration date on archives, right? Even in Jira project.
Nope.
Oh, I see what you guys are doing, Service Rocket. I see what you're doing.
We should get tagged like that.
You're going to have me on Canva before the night is over, aren't you?
Chilenos speak Spanish, right? Yeah. All right, moving on. Oh boy. No, stop. Get away. Rodney, you read it. If you don't like it, we're moving on.
All right. How to sort a table created by several excerpts includes embedded in a table transformer. Ooh. I have a table that's created using a table transformer with over a dozen excerpt includes to reference the single row tables from many different Confluence pages. The table generates as expected. However, the first column is a date column, and we always want that table sorted by sending dates. But it always displays an order that seems related to the order I have the excerpt includes range, but not identical. Dates in the date column are populated all in the source tables using the insert date function per normal. In the settings of TT, or table transform, I have set the date format as day, month, year. In SQL query at the table transformer, I've entered the following SQL command, so on and so forth. Every time we use this page, we have to click on the data header to sort the column sending. Is there a way to make the sort data sending on page refresh? So the question I have is, table transformer, is that an app? Because it sounds like an app.
I was just looking that up too, and it looks like, to me, it looks like it is, because another question about that topic was answered by a marketplace partner who has a product called Table Transformer, I believe.
Well, and it's very good that they've tagged Table Transformer on there too.
So move on, or should we just tell them reach out to the vendor?
I'm gonna.
Sean does have.
Is there a marketplace listing where there's a separate support?
Let's find out.
That's actually, I was pulling up the marketplace, seeing if we can find it. SQL powered table transformer.
SQL powered table transformer. No longer offers sales or supports. Okay. But they still have data center.
Yeah. Well, that's for server. No one's offering support for server right now. No data center compatibility. Cloud. No cloud version.
Huh.
Well, there are only 14 installs of this,
Really?
so it's
Probably not that one then. There's another one. Oh no, wait, that was
Which one did you guys just look at? I keep looking away.
One by George Ivanov.
Oh, I got Stiltsoft. STILTSOFT.
What? Nope, that's not the one we have.
Go back to that first page, and then up in the search, do table transformer just for grins.
One of them has this one though has 2,000 installs.
Let's see if that has what.
In our chat, I sent you a link too.
Yeah, I might.
Table transformer by Stiltsoft. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them I would recommend you maybe reach out to the vendor of this particular app, because it's table transformer not a built-in functionality to data center.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's just.
Now, Alex, it has been how many years where all the new features come to cloud, and you're still asking that question?
Hey, you guys had that priority scheme forever, and we just got it like 6 months ago. So I gotta ask. I don't think table trans.
Well, and while Alex is typing in his answer, I'm gonna just remark how much Robin Wright sounds like the actress from Princess Bride and what's her most recent one?
The grandma. Wait, who's Princess
No.
Bride? I'm thinking the Princess Diaries.
Well, so just for the record, I would be Princess Wright, considering my name does mean princess in Hebrew.
I know, is this like a cousin of yours?
That's kind of hilarious that you just said that.
So Princess Bride. What else was she also in? Forrest Gump. She was Jenny.
Yes.
And then
she did something more recent, didn't she?
Yes, the Kevin Spacey show on Netflix.
The Kevin Spacey show, that the political one.
Yes. I'm glad you're right there with me, Bob. Like that one.
All right.
Can you tell I'm getting my trivia head ready
Oh,
for?
man, he's getting in the zone. That's what we need to do. We need to do like quiz whiz warm-ups.
House of Cards.
House of Cards. You're right.
I mean,
Oh, the wife of the House of Cards.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
her.
Yes.
so assuming me and Bob are not in the first round, like I fully expect them to put us in, we will be doing our warm-ups while their first round is playing.
I'm suspecting with only 16 teams, it's going to be bracket style.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's got to do like double. Do you think he'll only get? Is it teams? Maybe we should do like 4s instead of 2s.
4v4.
Yeah. I just think the whole purpose of the quiz was the banter, which I wish you could do more bantering in, because nobody wants to tune in on a live stream and just watching 4 people staring at the screen like this. In total silence. Like, nobody's gonna.
I mean, I'm reading it intently too. So
yeah, but like nobody wants that, right? It's the the jabs and the attacks that you do and boo jumping in there.
What is JSM, Sajit?
We should get Sajit and like give him the ultimate like Jira admin like test. Make him feel dumb for a day. All right. I'm looking for assistance with the following scenario. I have a form is visible to users via JSM portal. When the user clicks submit, it generates a ticket. Great. I've automated for that ticket to clone into a Scrum project, as that is the team that will then process the request. Automation also includes deleting the ticket in the JSM project. The challenge I'm having is that when the cloning occurs, a completed form does not migrate with the automation. Essentially, a new ticket is created, but the form is not present. How do I automate moving the form? Oh, look. Do we
create more
not
custom fields.
Is this like a thing that we're not supposed to talk to Service Rocket?
No, we can talk to Service Rocket all we want to. I'm just noting the very obvious signature they put on it that's really just a giant advert for Service Rocket.
We should get one for the Jira Life. Athena on the Jira Life. Okay, so let's see what this guy's saying. So don't delete the JSM ticket and link it to the Jira software Scrum issue. This would allow the Scrum. I'm gonna upvote this one though, because I feel like this is right.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would think of
adding all the custom fields for your forms, right?
Yeah, you gotta link all the custom fields for the form, and then when you're doing the cloning, you gotta explicitly copy it from trigger issue. But would that work?
As long as those fields are available in the project where you want to recreate that issue.
I think we should try it though. I don't think it'll work.
What? All the fields?
So what we're saying, just to clear it, right? We're saying in the form, you link the field to a custom Jira issue, right? And then we're saying
to a custom field.
Yeah, to a custom field in Jira. But then we're saying that in the automation rule, when you do the clone in the automation rule, you're gonna copy it from trigger issue. But
because if those fields were available in the project you're moving to, you can just copy the data from one to one. Or B, you could take each one of those custom fields data using your smart values to populate like the description.
But I don't think either is case, because when you fill out the form, it's grabbing the value, but I don't think it ever populated the field.
No, right. The first thing is you'd have to have custom fields for all of that.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But even then, I don't think it populates a field when you fill out the form.
Yeah.
Well, if you map the form field to a custom Jira field, yeah, absolutely it does.
Oh, well, I was just saying, let's test it, because I don't believe
Didn't we test this last night?
No, because now we got to copy the value over.
The other day we had the question about whether or not you can extract the values in a dynamic form or a pro forma, and that is possible.
No. But Ronnie's right. Look, if these two were connected, then if I change this to B, it should change it over here to B2, or vice versa, right? This should have been populated with the answer from the field.
But that's the form itself. There's
what happens when we open the form for edits? Does it change to B?
It does. I ain't change it. So they are linked together.
Yes.
So then that means you could reliably then reference copy this field. So now, but now he's got a different problem, right? Because that same field also needs to exist in the Jira project.
Right. Or it's tedious, but you can take all of the fields and then populate the description.
Yeah. And then just do the smart value. Yeah, because I wouldn't have done the smart value way. The way I would have done it, which is probably the longer way, would have been to
because there are lots and lots and lots and lots of people trying to use JSM, right, just as an intake place, and then try to port everything over into Jira, and then try to work in Jira, and then somehow keep it synced up with JSM, and it is.
That's why we got that stakeholder license.
It's next to impossible.
Yeah, I would have done this, right? So where I take like Sarah's field and pretend it's on the cloning, and I would just like copy from the. Sorry,
but you would need those fields to be visible.
But not the visible. Yeah, or what you're saying is set the description.
Yep.
And in here you would put curly brace.
Use your fun new button. Show everybody the new button.
Oh yeah, Sarah discovered this little button. Can I?
Yeah, description. Just type description right now.
What about Sarah's field? It doesn't do.
It won't. It can't find the custom fields, right? But it gives you enough of a sense to go, oh, hey, I can sense the pattern.
Now, this is where I would also recommend when you're doing custom fields and you're going to do something like this, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to have like special characters in here because it'll screw the whole thing over, right? So if I'm trying to do like issue dot Sarah's special like this, like I think this parenthesis will break things. You got to escape the character or something. So in that case, I think you got to go like custom ID and get the actual ID of the ticket of the issue. Sorry, of the field.
8675309.
Yes.
Huh?
Jenny, who was played by Robin Wright in Forrest Gump.
I knew Alex would not get the reference. That's why I did it.
You guys suck. All right. So what do we tell this? So I'm gonna tell this person nothing. We're just gonna leave it at the upvote.
Leave it at the upvote
because it's way too long and we got 8 minutes. Let's see if we can get one more in.
Find one with no answers. Filter by no answer.
We tried already.
Ah.
We gotta just look at these that have 0 and 0, but I don't want to do tables exporting. User developer escalations. I want to create an alert. I don't want to do that either.
Really?
I'm not a big fan of Opsgenie and all that stuff.
No, developer escalation is a feature in Jira Service Management, and it creates a queue for anybody who's a Jira license holder. You add them as a team member, sort of like that stakeholder you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And so when you add somebody to a Jira license holder as a Jira team member, then they can have access to the Jira developer queue, and then they've got a special request type that they use. However, all of that said, not a fan of that. I'm wondering, it doesn't feel like a fully flushed out feature just yet, but that might be what they are talking about.
That's why I try to avoid it. I got burned once. I was on a call with somebody and they wanted the escalation, and there used to be an escalation button. And that day that I was doing the demo, Atlassian decided to kill said button.
Right.
The documentation still referenced it, but that day that button disappeared from the UI. And then it was like months and months and months before Atlassian finally rolled out their intended new way of escalating issues. So I just try to avoid escalations like JSM, and especially right now with the whole transition from Opsgenie to JSM, like I don't want to touch any of that until after October 4th or whatever date they put.
I am in the thick of it.
Bless your heart. Better you than me. All right. I need help with show fields. What is up with all these JSM questions?
Like you said,
it's the new hotness Atlassian's been pushing.
I am working on show field, which is validated. All right, let's go look at this one. Last question, folks. I'm working on show field, which is validated from the drop-down menu. What in the world is this? Why is it all green?
Is that another app?
Not sure.
Like, what is that?
This
You
is
picked the right-
Confiforms.
This is what?
Confiforms. I mean, if you look at the illustration, it's like this is using Confiforms.
What the hell is a Compuform?
Confiforms is a plugin.
There you go.
I've never seen this. Hey, look, we have Compuforms here. We were looking at it earlier. Is it green? It's not green over here. Oh no, wait, maybe. Doesn't look like that UI.
I think they may have
there's no
some
green here.
interesting.
There's some green.
They may have some
Okay.
interesting CSS or
All right.
theming
Sorry.
going on.
Sorry. All right. I want to change
Your
the-
issues macro. Sorry.
This one has an answer though.
Damn it. All right, fine. Change the
We'll see if
display.
it's Trudy,
code.
and then we'll.
This is an if then that. Oh, another Compuform. What the? Apparently, we got to learn some Compuforms. Google Sheets integration. We're missing an issue. Want to take a look at that?
I'm scared, but let's Leroy Jenkins it.
I will learn something new.
I've created several Google Sheet reports based on Jira Cloud for Sheets extension add-on for a while without any trouble. Today, I found that one of the reports failed to import one issue. Basically, skipped that particular issue for unknown reasons. Try to build a report again from scratch using basic JQL filter import types and have all of them fail to import that particular record. In the Jira filter, it does show correctly. I have also examined the issue and found nothing makes it different from the others. Oh. How do you recreate this? I think we're in over our head on this one, folks.
This one is another add-on question.
Yep.
Atlassian, I feel like there's got to be a better way to like filter out add-on questions.
Hey, there's a smart value. Yeah, it's got 2 answers.
Okay, automation need to count words.
Can we just answer this one word? Rovo?
This guy's got a adult-rated film over here going on.
3 of them, apparently.
If it's more than 7, what the heck? This one has an answered question. There's a Spanish one, but it has 6. Make a request. Whenever I try to make a request, let's see if we have another spammy one. Whenever I try to make a track it request, I'm forwarded to the Atlassian email, and my university email does not work. How can I make a request?
I think they're trying to log into an instance and they came here thinking I'm desperate. I'm going to Atlassian to ask a question.
I'm just going to ask them,
yeah.
Do you have a license? Do you have the customer license? Adalia. Welcome to the Atlassian community.
What's track it, by the way?
Make a track it request. Maybe it's a whole
Probably
different.
trying to say ticket.
Make ticket. Oh yeah, ticket request. I'm forwarded to Atlassian. I'm forwarded to Atlassian. Okay, so I get that they're being asked to log in, and he's trying to. This person's using their email, and it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of the portal where you are trying to submit a request in has to give you permission to make that request.
Sean's counting down for us.
Yeah, additionally, you may also need to create an Atlassian ID if this is the first time you are submitting a request, and assuming the owner allows for others to make their own account. Sometimes owners can restrict who can submit requests.
So while he's typing, I'm going to share another silly story. I once worked on a
Story
production
time.
truck for a basketball game, and my only job was to count us down from commercials to going back to live to the game. It was the most money I have ever made in 2 hours in my entire life. Just to sit there about 18 times and go, we're back in 10, 9. So Sean, you don't get to make that much money, but thanks for the countdown. This is why our streaming costs so much.
We sometimes maybe one day we got to share all of the different jobs we've had.
I've had some interesting ones.
All right. Well, we are right out of time. So thank you, the three of you, for joining. We had our very own King Bob joining us today, even though he was dark a lot of the time.
Well, did you really want to see me eating butter chicken?
No, but
I mean, you'll do anything for views, apparently, and likes and subscribes. By the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all the other YouTubey stuff.
Yeah, but most importantly, don't forget to check out the link in this video's description, because this video is sponsored by my good friends over at Resolution, and they're making this entire series possible. 14 Jira duties where we answer all these Jira community questions. So live Q&A, very, very awesome session today. We answered a few questions. I feel better about yesterday's session though, but it was still good. We still learned a couple things. We learned the whole premium thing in that portfolio issues of is only a premium thing. So there's some benefit to it. So, and thank you to Resolution, and thank you to you three for joining me on this wild and crazy journey. This is number 5. Number 6 is tomorrow. Yeah, number 6 is tomorrow. We're 33% done. Stay tuned. 6 tomorrow, and then that's it for the week after tomorrow. And then we'll be back next Monday. So thank you to everybody. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you smash the subscribe button, because now I'm on a very aggressive goal to get to 50,000 before the end of the year.
Then a 50-hour live stream. Yay!
Yes. I mean, we're still trying to convince them to do the 20-hour one.
We're not
Excuse me, 2 10-hour live streams back to back.
Here again, just live stream, get your passport, do a live stream on a flight over to like Team Europe next year. Done.
There you go.
Perfect.
Actually, so on this channel, since it's already monetized, right? There is no. We could do a 50-hour live stream if you guys wanted to.
I mean,
it's not
start
about
with
getting
the 20 hours for your 20K, and then once we get to 50K, we'll talk about the 50 New Year's Eve special.
My math that I got to figure out though is I get about 600 to 650 new subscribers a month. So I now need to figure out how to get 30,000 in 3 months.
I want to know how many subscribers you've gotten since I came on your show. No.
I can get that if you want to know real quick.
I'm totally kidding.
You sure?
As long as you're not losing, I'm cool.
When you came on here, or when you went, since you came into my life?
It sounds like an 80s romance song. Since you came into my life, the number of subscribers has gone up.
When did we publish? So let's see. When did we publish the video that your interview?
I don't even know. I've never actually watched it.
Yours was the deepest interview. 69 views. I had to title it better. I didn't know. I'm very vulnerable in that video, so I almost didn't want anybody to watch it.
With mine? Not mine.
Yeah, it's with yours.
Although I did ask you a lot of questions. Yeah.
So we published August 13th. We published August 13th, and I'll share my screen so people can see here.
That's so funny.
Oh boy, where did it go? I stopped sharing my screen. Where's my? I don't even know how this thing works. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. So let's go. What did I tell you?
August 13th, I think.
August 13th. So I guess I should just tell it the days, huh?
Filter much?
9, 8, 13. Oh boy, it's not gonna like it. Okay. Just relax. I'll do this the manual way. How do I go forward? Go forward in time. 0, 8, 13. Oh boy, too many numbers. 13, 2024. There we go. Apply. So since then,
944.
You're
One-
responsible for almost 1,000 new subscribers.
1,000.
Congratulations.
God. And I only have like 1,000 people on LinkedIn after many years. So
how many
well
views-
done.
These are the numbers that blow my mind, though. Like, if you guys just wanted to see like the last year,
Right?
well, it doesn't even tell me. I'll do the last 90 days, almost 200,000 people. So multiply it times 4.
That's incredible.
So yeah, it's crazy. I never thought I would have gotten here. Like, it's. I remember. I don't know if you know the stories there, but Ronnie. If it wasn't for Ronnie, I would have quit a long time ago.
Right?
Ronnie was the first. Ronnie gave me life. I'll tell you that much.
This is the other 80s romance song. Now what's Bob's romance song gonna be? Rodney
for a
looked
child
at
of
you
90s, he is just constantly quoting 80 songs.
Sorry, and then I'm just picturing the music. You know, we're still streaming, by the way, so I'm just going to go
Oh,
on
yeah.
with the video. I'm picturing with you and Rodney, right? As Alex is like, "No, I can't do it," and you're walking away, and Rodney puts his hand out on your shoulder, and you turn around, and you're like, "Yes, yes, I can." Sorry, you guys. It's so fun in my mind.
You know, I'm almost thinking that's a Pat Benatar music video. It's not a movie. It's a music video somewhere, like
Right?
directed by Bob Giraldi
So Sarah, let's
So
quiz
for
your trivia.
Alex,
Oh shoot, I keep hitting the wrong
for
button.
Alex's sake, a music video is something they used to do where they take a song and
Shut
make
up.
a little skit about it.
Have you seen Mark?
They had a whole channel for them back in the day.
Have you seen Mark Cruz's music video?
I haven't, and you know what? I started writing a song because you guys said he likes to do the songs and lyrics, and I
Yeah,
started
so-
one.
I don't want to get I don't think it was copyrighted, but I'll play it here real briefly. But he basically did "I Help You" instead of "I Miss You" from Blink-182. But he's got like the whole.
Look at that. That is high quality production.
That's one video, and then the other music video is from Old Street Solutions.
Oh no!
You know, it falls into fair use if we actually make
They were commenting on it.
you know, comments about it, and while it's playing.
Yeah,
Watch me get demonetized.
but fair use is a defense. It's not preventative. Alex could still be sued, and then we'll still have to prove it was fair use.
So Old Street Solutions made this is a pretty catchy one. You should watch it. But they have like a whole song, and they did a full production here.
Wow.
And then
Well-
it's like the whole staff of Old Street Solutions, and then you got a Chris Cook in there being a rapper.
Nice. He's
Oh,
like
Chris
in VIP. Oh my
Watch it.
god.
If you haven't seen this one, Sarah, look it up. It's worth the watch. But this is what I'm thinking. Like, we just make our own. We make, a music video. We got.
Sean wants
we're-
us to rickroll.
We're doing a flash mob for Team 25, right?
That's been the rumor.
That's the rumor. We got to make it happen. We can practice in my house. Everybody get here a few days before. We'll coordinate the whole thing.
We got to figure out the whole T-search situation though, because we need to have like all the Avengers represented.
There's like 2,000 of them.
Exactly.
That
All right,
is
Bob.
something.
By the way, Bob, for the record, claimed back Iron Man. Which Avenger would you be, Sarah?
I don't know.
Can we turn the tables? Do you even know what the Avengers are?
Yes. In fact, I was just so we did get we just got a screen and projector up in our attic. So we're talking about what is going to be the thing that we watch when we get surround sound finally up there as well. And I said, "Hey, do you guys want to watch an Avengers show?" But I'm not as conversant.
No.
So
You know who would be? So if you're not as conversant and you plan on participating on the quiz whiz, I would get very conversant very quickly.
Okay, right.
Because between Star Wars, Avengers, and soccer, those are the three.
Oh.
To be fair, there really aren't that many soccer questions, Alex.
Right. Just only
And
when
the
I want.
emoji questions are back, so there's going to be plenty on that.
It's still a pain. So catch up on your trivia if you plan on participating. I'm gonna be on in the sidelines.
Yeah. See, if I'm a
No,
character
Alex.
in the movie,
No, Alex. No.
I'm
You
just
have been.
Are you going to let down poor Dita? I mean, she's just going to be there.
She hasn't. I
with
tagged her.
him.
She hasn't said anything. I might
That's
just.
why you need to partner up with Valerie
I am
and just be
Dr.
the
Valerie.
doctors.
Dr.
Yeah,
Valerie.
Dr. Valerie. Dr. Valerie, Dr. Jira.
That's what we're gonna do. It's just gonna be the battle of the doctors.
I like that. Okay, then can I be Doctor Strange? Am I allowed to cross genders when it comes to being an Avenger
Is there a
character?
female? I mean, there was a female Thor, so why can't there be a female Doctor Strange?
Right.
As long as the Marvel continuity has been, I'm sure there has been one somewhere.
Yeah,
Feels
because
like there
there's
would've
there's a female Loki and a female and a female Thor. There's got to be a female Doctor Strange.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You're Doctor Strange. But then you're right. So how can you be strange and right at the same time?
I'm really, really good at being strange and right at the same time. I can multitask that way.
We should have a talent show one day on the Jira Live.
I have zero talent. Like you've never met anybody less talentless than me. I have not figured out Gong Show. Yes. Actually, that could be my talent. I could be the first person off on the Gong Show. Do you know the Gong Show, Alex?
I don't know.
I was just gonna say, if we had to explain music videos with Barry, and so anybody who knows the Gong Show, he's gonna, this might be familiar to them because Barry would always get up there, the host of the show, and he would talk and he'd clap his hands and he'd talk about the next people who are coming on the Gong Show, and you would do some talent, some crazy performance, whatever. And then if people didn't like it, it was the opposite of America's Got Talent, right? And there would literally be a big gong, and they'd hit the gong, and then you'd be escorted off stage. That was the end of it for you.
We had that. We totally had that, me growing up. But it was so much better than what you're describing.
Is it one of the Mexican?
Yeah. So when I was growing up, we would have this show called Sábado Gigante, which you watched every Saturday, and you would go out there and try to do something. And if this homie didn't like whatever the heck talent you were doing, he'd blow his trumpet and La Chacal would kick you right out. Fuera.
You understand the Gong Show then.
I got the Gong Show down.
Okay, what's it say about me that I've watched both the Gong Show and that?
And
you watched Sábado Gigante? I did not miss out.
You forget, one of my neighbors was from Mexico. And when you're on an army base, your neighbors are your family.
Man, I should become... This is what I should have been for Halloween.
I think so.
All right. Well, this is definitely off the rails. And resolution, we'll make it up to you. But I'm assuming... You know who would be super into the whole Avengers thing? I'm guarantee you the resolution team's gonna sign up.
I mean, we already got revised saying they went on board with it.
We should have some sort of we should have on the Jira Live as a segment. We should have a timed fix a Jira problem.
Oh yeah.
You got to do it in 60 seconds and give the answer or do it or something. We'll give them access to Jira or something. See if they can do it. If not, they get booted out or something like that. You guys are looking at me funny.
It also sounds like work.
Kind of scared with if you boot.
I'm like, who's setting up this Jira instance with these problems?
What are you going to do with the rest of the time?
Yeah.
It'll be the last minute. It'll be the last minute of the show.
So instead of 5 questions, it's one hard question. Live problem solve.
Yeah, here's a Jira. Here's everything that's broken with it. Fix it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with Sean on this one.
Not sure if it's entertaining. Sean, then you give us some ideas.
I mean, I like the Gong Show. By the way, as far as I'm concerned, resolution paid for the first hour. The last 15 minutes, just been us.
Just been us. All right, folks. Well, I'm go hang out with the fan bam. So thank you all.
Exactly.
Thank you, Sarah, for making some time. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bye,
everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.